Imagine being able to focus only on writing your code without ever worrying about managing servers, updating operating systems, or even setting up complicated deployment pipelines. Well, that's the whole idea behind PaaS, or Platform as a Service, and Google Cloud makes it super simple. Now, whether you're building a website, an API, or even a big enterprise app, Google Cloud's PaaS tools gives you speed, automation, and the power to scale effortlessly. So today, I'm going to break down what that really means in plain English. No tech jargon, no fluff, right to you. Whether you're a student, for example, a beginner, or even a working developer looking for a clearer picture of cloud computing, this video is for you. So, what is cloud computing? Let's start with that. At its core, cloud computing just means getting computing services over the internet instead of running them yourself on physical machines at your location. Now, these services can be storage, servers, databases, networking, software, or you name it. You only pay for what you use, and there's no need to buy or maintain any expensive hardware. Cloud services typically come in three flavors. For example, infrastructure as a service gives you raw computing power like virtual machines, networking, tools, etc. Then you have software as a service that gives you ready-to-use apps like Google Workspace or Salesforce as an example. Then we have PaaS, which is Platform as a Service. It's right in the middle, gets you everything that you need to build and launch your own application, but without the hassle of managing infrastructure. So what makes PaaS so special? Well, Platform as a Service, you don't deal with servers, you don't deal with operating systems, you don't deal with databases or even networks. You just write your code and the platform takes care of the rest, things like updates, scaling, security patches, and even load balancing for you. You can push your code with a few clicks or commands, and boom, your app is now live. So a huge win for startups trying to move fast or enterprises looking to cut down on IT maintenance. And Google Cloud PaaS offerings are built exactly for that, with tools made for developers specifically. So for example, the main PaaS tools for Google Cloud are, let me give you the three big services that Google offers, right? For example, the App Engine, great for running full web app and API total serverless environment. Then we have Cloud Functions, ideal for lightweight, event-driven tasks like responding to HTTP requests, file uploads, or messages, for example. And we have Cloud Run, lets you deploy containerized apps, right? While still getting the perks of serverless like auto-scaling. Now, all of these are deeply connected to the broader Google Cloud Platform itself, which means you can plug into databases, storage, machine learning APIs, and more with very little setup. So, for example, let's talk about the bigger picture. Zoom out a little bit, right? How Google Cloud is becoming a major powerhouse for AI development and deployment. Now, Google has been at the forefront of artificial intelligence for years, right? Like TensorFlow, Google Translate, and even DeepMind. And now, those same technologies are built right into Google's cloud for developers, startups, and enterprise can build smarter apps faster than ever. So here's what really makes Google stand out in the AI space, right? For example, Vertex AI, Google Cloud all-in-one machine learning platform. It helps you build, train, and deploy machine learning models with minimal setup, whether you're a beginner or an expert data scientist. So, for example, pre-trained APIs. You don't have to train from scratch your own models, right? You can use ready-made APIs for vision, speech, text, translation, and then recommendations also. And we have the infrastructure, right? For example, Google offers custom-built hardware like TPUs, tensor processing units, which are optimized for running large-scale AI workloads at blazing speeds. Then we have data integration, tools like BigQuery. You can connect your data sets directly into AI models. So imagine training a recommendation engine or a forecasting system without building complex data pipelines altogether. So responsible AI, for example, is also big on ethics and transparency in AI itself. So they provide tools to help ensure that your models are fair, explainable, and privacy safe at the same time. Now you can combine this ecosystem with Google's PaaS tools like App Engine, Cloud Run, or Cloud Functions, like I mentioned earlier, you unlock powerful workflows where your apps get smarter with every interaction, automating decisions and analyzing content and responding to users in real time. So whether you're building a chatbot, personalizing customer experience, for example, or detecting fraud, AI plus Google Cloud equals serious innovation potential. So why do we actually use or need to use Google PaaS? It's all about simplicity and speed. That's the short answer. Google takes care of everything behind the scenes for you, so you can just focus on building your app itself. Now your services automatically scale based on traffic, and you get built-in features like security, monitoring, and diagnostics. So modern workflows like CI/CD pipelines, DevOps, and even event-driven designs are supported out of the box. So if you need to roll back deployment, for example, well, there's not a problem at all in Google Cloud. One version control, logs and alerts, while the other says it's all there and it's ready to go. Let me give you some real-world examples to clarify. It isn't just theoretical, but real companies use these tools every single day. Healthcare startups might build their main patient dashboard on App Engine so it grows with the user base. Ad tech platforms, for example, use Cloud Functions to handle file uploads, ratings, or sending notifications. Then we have e-commerce sites that love Cloud Run for managing payment systems and customer analytics, especially during big sales. For example, in finance, PaaS helps power secure APIs and real-time fraud detection. Even government agencies, by the way, use Google Cloud to move services like permits and record-keeping online. Now, these are not just side projects, they're mission-critical apps running on PaaS. So, for example, let's talk about IaaS, PaaS versus SaaS. Choosing between all of these is all about how much control you want and how much convenience you need. For example, with IaaS, you control almost everything, but you have to manage all the infrastructure yourself. With SaaS, everything is managed for you, but you're limited to what the software offers. But with PaaS, you get the sweet spot. You control your code and how it runs, but Google handles all the heavy lifting behind the scenes for you. That's why PaaS is so popular for teams that want flexibility, speed, and simplicity. PaaS is changing too because AI is changing PaaS. It's making PaaS even more powerful as we speak. Google Cloud has built in APIs for things like natural language processing, speech recognition, image analysis, and translation. You can plug these right into your app. No machine learning experience is required or necessary. Now, whether your app is on App Engine, Cloud Run, or Cloud Functions, you can add AI-driven features in minutes. Now, behind the scenes, AI also helps manage your infrastructure, right? It improves autoscaling, distribute workloads more efficiently, and can even detect anomalies before they even become problems. So in short, smarter infrastructure plus smarter apps is the win-win. Now, Google Cloud PaaS tools, which one should you actually choose? Let me give you a quick rundown, right? For example, use App Engine for long-running APIs where you want minimal configuration. Now with Cloud Functions, if you need to run quick event-trigger tasks like sending emails or handling uploads. You can use Cloud Run when you want to use Docker containers, right? But still enjoy serverless benefits like autoscaling. Everything is supported, right? For example, languages like Python, Java, Script, Node.js are all supported and integrate easily with other services like Firestore, BigQuery, and other Google services. Think about how your app works. Does it run constantly, right? Based on your own requirement? Does it respond to events, for example? Is it container-based? We can use Docker. And your answer will help guide your choice. So, is Google Cloud PaaS worth it? If you're a developer, startup, or enterprise company looking to build fast and avoid infrastructure headaches, the answer is absolutely. It lets you focus on what matters most to you, your product itself. So for enterprises, for example, the scalability, reliability, and compliance features are huge. Now, if you combine with these AI tools, security, and easy integration, and it's clear why PaaS is becoming the go-to for modern cloud development. So, thanks for tuning in. If this video helped clear things for you, Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss future cloud tutorials. So make sure you hit the bell notification. And if you have any questions about PaaS, Google Cloud, or how to use AI in your apps, drop them in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer. My name is Syed. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.